What's up, guys? Bryce Harper, long viewed as the co-face of baseball alongside Mike Trout, left the Washington Nationals to sign a record 13-year, $330 million contract with the Philadelphia Phillies. He'll easily be the most talked about thing in baseball during the 2019 season, good or bad. Obviously, committing that much money to one player comes with plenty of risk, but the Phillies believe it'll bring plenty of reward. Take a look at Harper and his new team, and you have every reason to think he could be the best free agent signing in history, and plenty of reason to think he'll be a $330 million flop. I'm Biondo, and today we present 5 reasons why Bryce Harper will shine with the Phillies and 5 reasons why he won't. Don't forget to subscribe to TPS and put on your notifications because we post videos every single day. Every day is a new video, so make sure to subscribe. Make sure to comment your video ideas down below because we'll be looking, and if we choose you, we'll give you a shout out in the video. Number 5, will shine because the lineup support. The Phillies were tied with the New York Mets for the worst team batting average in baseball last year at 234, and Philadelphia's 677 runs scored were 5th fewest in the National League. So at first glance, you'd think the Phillies lineup is terrible, but that's all about to change. The Phillies traded for Miami Marlins all-star catcher JT Realmuto, by far baseball's very best at the position. Realmuto batted .277 for the Marlins in 2018, setting career best in home runs and RBIs at 21 and 74. He also boasted an excellent .825 OPS. Realmuto should do wonders in Phillies hitter-friendly ballpark. He's going to give them an excellent middle-of-the-lineup bat, and so will newcomer Jean Segura, whom the Phillies picked up in a trade from the Seattle Mariners. Segura has batted .300 or better in 3 straight seasons. He's a base-stealing threat and would be an excellent leadoff man. Rhys Hoskins should also build off a 34 home run, 96 RBI season. Odubel Herrera hit 22 home runs and hit above the league average too. You see, this is going to be a beautiful supporting cast for Harper. Top to bottom, the Philadelphia lineup might be the best in baseball. Harper will have guys in front of him getting on base and supplying the big hits as well. Harper's new teammates are going to put him in the position to succeed time and time again. Number 5, won't shine because big contracts always fail. We've seen this time and time again. Why do you think the 2017 and 18 MLB off seasons were so slow? Teams were tired of getting burned in free agency, so owners and executives patiently waited it out until they were able to get top players at more reasonable prices. 3 years ago, Harper would have signed for $400 million plus. No question about it. You might say the same about Manny Machado. We're weary of the Harper contract here because, well, too many notable free agent signings just never seem to work out anymore. Just ask the LA Angels and Albert Pujols. Oh yeah, the Chicago Cubs have received next to nothing out of $184 million man Jason Hayward. The Seattle Mariners owe the New York Mets a big thank you for absorbing the reminder of that silly $240 million deal they gave Robinson Cano. You get where we're going with this, right? No matter how good the player is, he almost never shines when he signs a huge contract with a new team. If history is an indication of anything, Harper will also fail to live up to the big money with his new Phillies squad. It's a lot of pressure. Number 4, will shine because Phillies are devoted to winning. Harper had plenty of options to consider in free agency. Stay in DC, join the prideful San Francisco Giants or LA Dodgers organizations, or team up with old pal Chris Bryant and the Chicago Cubs. Harper joined the Phillies because he was blown away by what owner John Middleton had said to him during the team's presentation. Matt Gelb of The Athletic told the story of how Philly sealed the deal. A big part of it was Middleton's promising he would be committed to winning over a long period of time. Keep in mind that Middleton infamously claimed that the Phillies were prepared to spend stupid money in free agency. If Middleton can drop $330 million on Harper, you can bet he'll be happy to add more superstars in order to supplement his new franchise player. This isn't to say the Nationals weren't committed to building a winner around Harper. They just couldn't get over the hump in the playoffs. Simple as that. But the Phillies are giving Harper everything he wants. Money, the time to win now, and all the willingness to ensure there is always a championship level team on the field. What more could Harper ask for? Number 4, won't shine because questions about health. No matter how great a professional athlete is, you should always be weary of handing them a mammoth contract, especially if they're injury prone. Harper is still young and in his prime, but we're already worried about all of these injuries he's endured in recent seasons. Harper missed over a month in 2017 after hyperextending his left knee, and perhaps it affected him during the 2018 campaign. Before that, Harper suffered a torn UCL in 2014 and missed a huge portion of the season. So yeah, we're of course a little bit worried about his long-term health here. Any athlete will tell you that a knee injury is the last thing they need. That's what can ultimately destroy a career, no matter how young and talented the athlete is. Will Harper stay fully healthy through his 13 years in Philly? He could, but his recent injury history doesn't doesn't bode much confidence. If Harper's knee continues to hamper him, he simply won't live up to the contract. Number 3 will shine because the fit is right. There's no denying that Harper was a bona fide superstar in his 7 years with the Nationals. The 2015 NL MVP fully lived up to expectations during his time in DC. That said, the identity of the Nats didn't exactly fit the mold of Harper and the type of game he plays. Washington has built their team around pitching, and more pitching. Steven Strasburg and Max Scherzer, 2 Cy Young caliber players, have been the leaders of this team. Jordan Zimmermann and Gio Gonzalez are long gone, but these 2 studs were also key pieces on Washington's pitching staff. The Nats also leaned heavily on great defense and contact hitters that could simply get on base, like Ryan Zimmerman and Anthony Rendon. This team just didn't want to make Harper the focal point, which they probably should have, but didn't happen. The Phillies, on the other hand, want Harper to be the heart and soul of their team. They want his status and presence to fill up the seats. They want him to make Philly baseball special again. They want his bat to propel them to multiple World Series titles. Harper never outright said it, but you can tell he wanted the chance to be the ultimate undisputed superstar of his team. If that means he has an ego, yeah, but he still wants to win. He had to share the spotlight with a bunch of other all-stars in Washington. But here in Philly, it's all going to be Harper's world, and the folks in the city of brotherly love will all be living in it. Number 3 won't shine because the brutal NL East. The Nationals, as we previously noted, always field one of the best pitching staffs in all of baseball. Scherzer, Strasburg, and newcomer Patrick Corbin give Washington 3 all-stars in rotation now. It's kind of ridiculous. Thing is, Harper never had to face this stacked Washington pitching staff. Now, he has to face them 19 times a season. Not exactly ideal. Scherzer and Strasburg will happily welcome the challenge of pitching against their former teammate. It won't be fun having to go up against the Atlanta Braves either. The defending NL champions sported a 3.75 team ERA in 2018, good for 5th in the National League. And it figures to get even better. And even though the Mets are in a transitioning stage, they still employ NL Cy Young winner Jacob deGrom and flamethrower Noah Syndergaard. And honestly, I know this is being biased, but I still think they have a chance to contend. So yeah, Harper only has to deal with 4 bona fide NL Cy Young pitchers and 3 of baseball's top pitching staffs for a huge portion of the season. That can't be fun, and it could lead to plenty of very off nights, which means he'll have problems earning that $330 million. That's a big problem. Number 2 will shine because it's Bryce Harper. Paying for quality isn't cheap. The Phillies knew if they wanted to build around their young core, they had to spend the stupid money that Middleton talked about. It's safe to say that Harper won't be producing at an all-star level for all 13 years of his contract, because quite frankly, few MLB players have ever been great for 13 seasons straight. Philly had to add term to get Harper to sign, but realistically, they're hoping for 7 to 10 prime years from him, not 13. And why wouldn't Harper live up to that $330 million deal? If it weren't for Mike Trout, this guy right here would be your true face of baseball. Harper is a 6-time All-Star, 2015 NL MVP winner, and is consistently among the league leaders in homers and RBIs. Yes, we said big contracts often fall in the majors, but none of those guys we mentioned are Bryce Harper. This guy is a generational talent. He's come fully as advertised. Now what? Some guy in his mid-20s is just gonna stop producing all of a sudden? Just because he moved to a new home? Nah, that ain't happening. Harper is a star. This is the type of player every team dreams of landing. The Phillies paid Harper $330 million because, well, it's Bryce Harper. He's going to do just fine. Number 2 won't shine because the pressure. Alright, Harper, you've signed the richest contract ever. You left a great team to join a division rival. You passed on the chance to join better teams like the Cubs and Dodgers. And you uttered these words after signing the $330 million mega deal. I want to be on Broad Street, freaking on the boat, a bus, or whatever it is. That's what it's all about. I want to bring a trophy back to the Philadelphia Phillies organization and to the whole city of Philly. I want my legacy to be all about winning, all about playing the game the right way, for a great organization and for a long period of time. Alrighty, now all you have to do is play like a superstar and lead the Phillies to World Series championships. Philadelphia is only one of the craziest sports markets, home to many of the most overly passionate and unforgiving fans. One bad day, and you'll be hearing lots of boos. Any year you don't win the World Series, you'll be hearing about it every day during the offseason. Now Harper, can you handle all that pressure? We sure hope so. Number 1 will shine because ballpark factor. We're sure Harper did his scientific research to make sure Citizens Bank Park suited his bat and game. This, folks, is one of the most hitter-friendly parks in all of baseball. Citizens Bank Park was the 4th most friendly stadium for home runs in 2018. In 2017, Citizens Bank Park allowed 1.409 homers per contest. Every year since 2013, the Phillies' home stadium has ranked in the top 10 for home runs allowed. Indeed, this ballpark perfectly fits Harper and his powerful bat, and I'm sure he's very happy about that. Harper has hit at least 20 home runs every year except the injury-filled 2014 season. He clubbed 42 in his 2015 MVP season, and in his contract year, Harper Harper clubbed 34 homers and a career-best 100 RBIs. There's obviously worry about if Harper will stay healthy and live up to full expectations here. But at the end of the day, Harper's biggest weapon is his bat. As long as he's producing consistent 30-plus homers and 90-something RBIs a season, the Phillies will be very happy. And Citizens Bank Park is built for guys like Harper. It's very hard to see why a guy like this won't produce in one of the best ballparks for pure sluggers. Number 1, won't shine because not a complete player. As great as Harper is, the guy simply isn't a complete player. As I just said, he's among the league's top power hitters, sure, but Harper doesn't post impressive batting average or OPS numbers like Mike Trout, Mookie Betts, or Jose Altuve. He's only hit above 300 twice in his career. Through 2018, Harper's career batting average stood at 279, and his OPS was 900. The 279 batting average is obviously very solid, but it's not $330 million worthy. Harper also has a fairly high strikeout rate and doesn't have the same plate discipline like other stars we just mentioned. And finally, Harper's defense leaves a lot to be desired. He's no Trout or Betts, two gems who are absolute wizards in the outfield. Harper had a pathetic negative 3.2 defensive wins above replacement for the Nationals in 2018. In 4 of his 7 seasons with Washington, Harper's defensive WAR was on the negative side. That's not good. Ideally for the Phillies, Harper would be bringing a consistently high batting average and at least average defense to the fold, but it seems like they're content with paying a guy who's only consistent at hitting homers. Do you think Bryce Harper will succeed with the Phillies? Join me in the comment sections below. Make sure to follow me and Total Pro Sports on social media. We post great content all the time. Follow us on Instagram, follow TPS on Twitter, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos every single week. Every single week, I'm not lying. At least go check it out, see what it's about, see if you like it. Make sure to subscribe to TPS because we post videos every single day. Every day's a new video. So subscribe and throw those notifications on. If you like this video, give it a like. It takes one click right down there. Just smash that like button. Smash it. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo, and I'll see you next time.
My knee.